Hey everyone, my name is Kabi and today I'm going to show you an interesting battle of the light against light matchup. We are appearing at the map called Idyll, I believe, and in the bottom left corner appears Dinosaur. I'm gonna call him just Dino as the blue light player, and his opponent as a red light is White Unicorn. We'll probably refer to him as Unique, which we commonly use in the community, just to make it shorter. And Dino is known as a player who sticks to playing the elves branch. Most of the players currently rather lean to playing cavalry, and so it is human monument with a lot of knights, along with either helicopters or just princes or paladin, but anyway, knights as well as the wolf riders, they are called the warg riders, but whatever, are mostly the key army composition, the key unit in any army composition, at least in the beginning of the game, but not for Dino, who still leans, as I mentioned, to play the elves race. And that means that he goes princess along with something fancy, like probably just archers and sometimes adding stuff to it. So we're gonna see it in this game anyways, and we also see that the players start a little bit differently. Dino opts for the 10 workers before the second tier, while Unique decided to stay on the 9 workers, which gives him slightly faster upgrade of the main building. And apart from that, the production of the starting units is pretty much about the same, but players go just plain swordsman. As for right now, Dino even hired 3 in a queue, queued 3 swordsmen in his barracks, but it is fine because while it's been upgraded to the second tier of the castle, you really have the golden bank. But when it happens, then you're about to add more stuff, of course, but you still wanna your units to be built non-stop, at least if you are about to get more of them. And not every player actually right now plays more than 2 or at least 3 starting units, and at the top level of play, the guys are even discussing the topic if the starting units are even valuable in the game, because they usually go straight into the knights or wolf riders, and stating that those completely demolish and completely replace the swordsmen and goons later in the game, and that later starts already like at the 3rd minute mark. I'm not exactly sure about that and how we're gonna address that, but I just mention it to emphasize how these guys, and especially White Unicorn, plays an non-standard fashion right now, because he's already up to the 6 swordsman, and that's quite a bit if you talk about a current meta. But really, White Unicorn is not a meta player, and also Dino is a bit on his own thing, so we don't really see the meta game. And I sometimes show the meta games too, but mostly, of course, I try to show the fancy stuff, just to encourage you guys to try different things and see what works and what does not. Because I'm being often asked, like, why I even should play this game right now, because then you're gonna release it and reset all my progress, so why would I even bother doing it right now? And my example is always the same. What we not gonna reset is your skill and game understanding, and I really think that is crucial one to receive, because we are not gonna change the game like entirely, and most of the concepts that already exist in the game, and especially about the tier 1 and tier 2 and tier 3, they're not gonna change. So what you learn now will remain with you on release. You're gonna fly high on the win rate, and so you're gonna add and then you're gonna get more stuff for free.
The point is captured.
So that's gonna pay off. That's what I mean. And that is why you wanna learn the different things, not just the mainstream. But anyway, what happens is both chests are being acquired at the same time. Also, Dino tries to harass Unique with the princess, but he's been defending well with the Tower of the Light Magic. And also Dino sends his swordsman over to this position to probably not let Unique secure it for free. And Dino's swordsman is extremely good because he upgraded his green items up to the 9 level. I know it because he shared the picture on Discord, but Unique had 2 swordsmen and that is of course better. So the positioning is better than even than any items you might get. But anyways, now we can see White Unicorn having his quick Fox Rider. Because what that guy did is the really quick 3rd tier of the castle, and then he added the Elven Tree and the Sanctuary, also adding the Tower of Mana very early on. Not sure if that works, not sure why, what was it done for. He didn't use it really, apart from using a bit of the magic blasts, but he didn't really need the early Tower of Mana, but oh, actually it unlocked the 3rd tier, so I'm just being stupid, sorry. So yep, he's unlocked the 3rd tier and that's how he got the quick Fox Riders, but Dino played rather the more standard style, and still he gets his Fox Riders rather quickly, and it seems that the both players are gonna use more Fox Riders in this game. And that is now interesting because it is a very skill-dependent unit who deals a tremendous amount of damage, but really need to be microed well because it is very weak on HP and armor, and you can see how quickly Fox's HP reducing when it's being attacked. So you really wanna try to take down the target quickly or something like this will happen. Now a lucky shot from the princess and the girl goes down with its fox. And it is actually 7:30, so the middle chest appears. Dino's about to take that, even though it seems that he lost the battle in the top part of the map, but his princess was exactly on the chest. But now Unique approaches to this position, so Dino has, and luckily he already has a paladin nearby, and now Unique tries to shut down the princess, which is very low, and at the same time no one really applies to the chest. But finally it goes for Dino, and White Unicorn being pulled back into his base. I really want to see a healer here, because the princess is very low and she's not able to heal. And what an unlucky move! This princess was trying to pursue the fox, but wasn't able to see the fox until the fox will hit. And when the fox hit, there were no princess anymore, so it was really unlucky for Dino, but actually just not microed well enough. So now Dino sends his own fox over to this position, and fox can hit inside the forest, unlike the drill, for example. So fox can really take down a drill inside the forest, but it will still take some time, of course. And anyways, here we can see White Unicorn taken up to the factory to probably be able to add the bikers and finally go to the most meta army composition. Against the dark, at least, what lights usually do now is just mass bikers with the knights, and the idea behind that is that everything that can counter bikers really can't do anything to the knights, and vice versa. So this is why they currently really works good together. But right now probably Biker's Wind Mage might work, I'm not sure if we even gonna see this, but alright, now the factory is being used for hiring copters and not the bikers for now, and this actually makes sense because Dyna mostly goes for the Fox Riders, and those can't attack air unless you use the gravity. You can also see how quickly they take down an elemental, and it works even better if someone receives damage instead of the foxes. Someone like a princess probably. Not the tougher hero, but still has enough HP to survive like a few seconds, while foxes taking it down quickly. Alright, it is almost 11-0, so 1 minute with a half. Oh, actually 4 minutes for the next chest. It is 15, then 22.5. So it is 4 minutes to go before the chest. Guys have quite a bit of time to probably make an engagement right here, and it seems that they are about to do so. Both are above 150 mana, but nobody has enough to use the snowstorm so far, because nobody is up to the 4th Tower of Mana, even though both already have the Castle 4. And now Dyna sends his Fox over to the lower chest, the lower well, and he's about to take control of the both chests on the map. The Idyll is an interesting map because this path is possible for the foxes, so you can really cut the corner going there. And now Dynas tries to see if he can probably apply some pressure on this position, but that's not really being the case because he doesn't really have units to kill the buildings, to destroy the buildings, because Princess doesn't do a lot of damage to them because of the magic damage, and Fox Riders has a penalty against buildings, so the only units that can really hit the buildings are the archers and also the Paladin Gilbert, of course, but that is not enough, so Dyna decides to pull back for now, and probably the obvious answer is in the center of the screen. It is really the Bombardier, because it is the hero who deals the explosive type of damage and also has an artillery strike, and he is not only very good against the good chunks of the enemies, big armies, but also does a great damage against buildings. So in this regard, lights are really such a straightforward faction, really. So when you play dark, you are rather about the tricky part of the game, because you wanna send a drill to probably make the targets to hit it while moving under the ground, so you can move on and take it down quickly with something that can't outrange it, like Rocketeers or X-Masters, and when you're light, you're just being, alright, I get Bombardier, so this building goes down, because I use active ability. So if you like to think more in a straightforward way, I really feel like the light faction's better for you, and if you prefer to tricky opponent and use different things like zombies into the workers and drills, triggering the towers and stuff like that, probably stun everything with the Eater, it's where the dark faction really shines. What for me, I play for both, but if you guys wanna choose, then first of all refer to this, I believe. Anyways, it seems that Unique is now up to 4 helicopters, and they really do the great job against the Blue Paladin as well as the Fox Riders, especially when they stuck together. Well, it is a nice call out of Dina to use the Resurrection of Hero. And now comes down the Snowstorm from White Unicorn. All the blue units, except for the Fox Riders, have been frozen, but Unique didn't really apply that much damage during that, but helicopters were dealing damage all the time. Still, all of them went down except for the one copter. But after all, when the smoke goes down, we can see how White Unicorn clearly won the engagement. But see what happens in the background. It seems that the two blue foxes were able to take down the both chests for free, and right after the fight the princess goes on the middle position, so all the three towers go for Dino, so it's now not even that important that Unique won the previous battle, because he's down to those resources that he haven't received. So now he's just about to take back the control of the lower well. It is really tricky actually to regain the control of the tower, of the well on this map, because the forest is nearby, and actually on the newer maps we try not to do that many forests near the well of mana, because it is really hard to play against the fox riders on maps like this. But on some maps it still exists, and this is where fox riders can really shine. But anyways, now Dino decided to apply the snowstorm. He didn't really do a lot of damage to those frozen units, but Princess still goes down, and Fox will still hitting all the scroll long. I'm not sure this is correct sentence, but anyway, just like they say, like, you know, all night long, so all scroll long probably might work too, or not, I'm not sure. What is really important is that Dino has a full HP paladin here on the battlefield, and obviously Unique's Warsmith can't really stand this guy. But at the same time, Unique's Bombardier really does great damage to the princess, and also the Fox Rider was there, I believe, and Unique uses the Magic Blast to finally take down the princess. Dino immediately uses their hero Resurrection. Paladin still fights. Actually, he received quite a bit of damage out of that Warsmith. Almost half HP lower now. And now Fox is about not to let the Bombardier retreat. Probably it is a good moment for Dino to apply a bit of pressure. At least he could try to take down a worker and probably a farm, but it seems that he wanna play safer, so he pulls back. At the same time, Unique steals the left mana well. He's really low, or rather short on mana. So he really needs that mana well to replenish it quickly. And in the meantime, Dino keeps producing the bikers, so the composition he plays right now is pretty much bikers foxes, but he's also about to add even more wind mages. We already saw a bit in the fights, but now he's gonna get more. And what about White Unicorn? He is now up to 74 supply, or rather we probably have to say low to 74, because Dino is noticeably higher. He is 111 as per right now. And here Dino uses the Firefly scroll to try to seek for this Fox Rider, but this Fox Rider really retreat for a long distance from the well, so Firefly wasn't able to spot it. But she can't make it to the base because of those rocks. So it is not, there is no way, no possible. One more Firefly, or probably just the same one, but when you use the select all button, Firefly is being selected too. We considered it actually, if it has to be selected or not, but not chosen for right now. Anyways, I recommend you guys, when you cast a Firefly, always use the patrol command. So just make it patrol like from here to here, and it will be flying on the exit from the enemy's base and spot everything. I always use it for a Firefly. Remember that it is almost immune to all the damage except for the magic, so you just want to avoid the Tower of Light magic, and if you can, then you also want to avoid the princess, but it is not even that important if you lose it to the princess. But usually you just want to place it slightly further from the enemy's base in order that not to be shot immediately. Alright, so the top well is still to the Unix name, and Diana is mostly in the bottom part of the map. He's already almost maxed out. It is interesting how he's got 2 sanctuaries to be able to produce a lot of foxes. And Unix still has 1-1-1 production, if you can't count out the Altar of Heroes, of course. You don't really count it as a production building usually, because everybody has it. Here come the artillery strike from the blue Dinos Bombardier. Still alive, still survives. Moves back a little bit, starting to fire, and here come the 2 snowstorms. Each the player use it at the same time, but Dinos Bombardier was frozen and Unix used an artillery strike, so this battle went way better for him. Well, actually Diana already used his artillery strike and hit a bit, but Diana received more damage from this ability out of the enemy's hero in the snowstorm. But Unix still... well, he won the fight because of the snowstorm. Now he tries to take down a Bombardier using the bikers for this. Healer also goes down. Diana tried to make a couple of hits, but still not being able to to destroy the bikers. And Unix even used the repair on the battlefield because he is almost up to almost 4k wood, so he doesn't really need a lot of wood, so he can spend the workers' time on repair like this, because they don't mine at the same time, but that's not a problem. Here comes a meteorite, and those workers actually went down, which is unlucky. I'm not sure if Unix actually cancelled repair. I thought we fixed it, and the other workers should have been entitled for this work, but probably he cancelled, I can't be sure. We have to check for it, I believe. Alright, so the princess is very low. Unix probably about to use a magic. Oh, he doesn't really have a mana for the magic blast right now, but he's gonna have it in a bit. He can also try to take the princess down with a bombardier, and so he does. And the chest goes to white unicorn, that one on the 22.5 minutes. So Dino decided not to resurrect the princess once again. Not really decided, but he didn't have enough mana. And that means that he's just about to summon the hero again and spend the resources again. That is a bit expensive because each hero is about 1k resources, but also the different resources. So you must remember that in the beginning of the game, the bombardier is harder to get because his costs a tremendous amount of wood, same as an alchemist.
The point is captured.
But later the game's on, you probably get a big bank of the wood. But now the gold limit comes into play when you have to hire wind mages who's of 450 gold worth. And now your bombardier is only 400 and your princess is 600 gold. And suddenly it is already more important. I mean, the price in gold, and you don't really care how much wood it is. Oh, it is interesting enough that Dino decided to use the magic blast to not really save the worker, but actually just kill the fox. And also it is interesting how he added the guardsmen, because guardsmen do a bonus damage to the cavalry, and here Unique really has a lot of cavalry, because foxes are cavalry, and the princess is a cavalry, and also the bikers are. So almost everything Unique has is a cavalry, so probably guardsmen might be a great choice. Now Unique used a gravity scroll on the wind mages to be able to take them down quickly. They reduce resistances to the different damage, as well as just making the target targetable for those who can't attack air. Anyways, 2 wind mages went down, and now the battle continues. Blue paladin went down. Diana is not up to use a hero resurrection right now, so he just resummons it in the altar of heroes. And here the blue bombardier is very low, and the red bombardier is low too, but probably Unique has to make a healer. Not sure about that, but it can be really nice choice, a really nice choice when you place the 3 heroes. So there will be also work for the healer. But alright, Unit decided to proceed the push with the bombardier, and actually it is a bit scary because the blue princess can take it down. Currently the blue princess destroyed the red one, White Unicorn used the hero resurrection, and now Dino thought like, wait a minute, your burden is very low, I'm about to take him down quickly. And well, so she doesn't do so far, because she's starting her shot very long.
Magic overflows.
And Bombardier is already being to retreat, so Diana had to use a move command to fix that, but Unique won enough time to get a fox on the map. So now fox along with the biker destroyed that princess, and probably losing princess 4 and Bombardier wasn't really a good choice, because the gold cost I mentioned just recently. And now the guardsman introduced on the battlefield can't really hit someone so far, but still a good unit, quick in hiring, not really that expensive, consuming like a middle amount of food. So a core unit as it designed to be, not really that applicable in every other situation, but we looking to probably slightly rework it. What we want to do is to add a piercing strike to it, but we're not really sure how it will look visually, if it will be good for him to hit like on the 2 tiles range, because sometimes it can go through someone and it can be looking ugly. So we're gonna make it and see if it's good for us, if we are satisfied, because as you can clearly see, we really put a lot of efforts to make the great visuals in the game. Of course, we are still limited because of some mechanics, like cell mechanic. All the units are being placed in the cells, and it is like a basic thing.
Arrows ready.
Probably like a bit older games, but it is nice in its own fashion. But still, we're trying to make it look fancy. And well, actually, Guardsman is already sometimes hitting through someone because his halberd is that big. So, anyways, here comes the snowstorm, and Unique hits not really that much, but still a 3 unit that can take part in the engagement because of that. And those units actually survived, but Unique was fighting like half an army instead of the full one, and it seems that it lets him to come up on top after this one. And also it's the 30-minute mark, so the 3 chests are about to pop up any second now, but Diana is also about to lose all of his army any second now. Alright, here comes the chest. Here is the Warsmith, here is the Guardsman, here is another Guardsman, so all the 3 chests goes to the Diana's name. So he will be able to hire the units again, and he is higher in the resources bank. He also uses the Hero Resurrection on the Princess to save 100 1k resources. And in the middle of the map, 2 Guardsmen fight 1 Princess. She's cavalry, so this is why this many damage comes out of the Guardsman, and 2 guys really take her down quickly. I believe she wasn't full HP, but it is still something that you probably didn't consider previously. Oh, probably did, I'm not sure. Anyway, Diana tries to fight this Bombardier, going in the melee range to him, because Bombardier has a minimal attack range. He can't hit straight to something that is straight close to him. If this target is on the ground. If it's in the air, it's not a problem. And this is how it works. Baron cannot attack those units because they are way too close. And it seems that Baron is about to go down. It seems that Unic really overextended how far behind he was. How far, I mean, not behind, but ahead, how far ahead he was. So he really won the previous fight in a dominant fashion, so he thought he can take Dino down quickly, just win the game right there, but it appears, the wrong call. And the only great consequence to that is that Unic obtained the 2 chests, so he was able to recover the mana that he spent on the snowstorm. But at the same time, I want to remind you that the players are about to be mined out entirely, because it is currently 33rd minute mark, so they won't be able to hire that many units very soon, so every unit is very crucial and important right now. And probably this is where the perfection should have come into play, but there is a lot of damage out of Unic, and Dino's not being able to save the bikers. He still has his Bombardier that can probably take down the defensive buildings, but he should also do something to the Princess. He has 3 wind mages, but 1 goes down and another goes down to the single archer that was hiding in the bushes. But now it seems that Dino's still about to finish off the Princess, and Unic only has a paladin remaining. He also has only 400 gold so far, and Dino is already mined out entirely, and he is at literally 0 gold, so all he has is the chest control, which is actually something, and also the mana bank, and also the Bombardier, and the Warsmith, and that is all he has. And what about Unic? He has the 2 Fox Riders somewhere, I'm not sure. He also has an archer. And oh, it seems that the Fox Riders try to steal the top well, but here is where Guardsman shined. He killed the Fox Rider, Dino resurrected his Bombardier, and now the Biker tries to get to the melee range to prevent Bombardier from shooting it, and the Warsmith tries to attack Biker, and the Paladin tries to do at least something because he is so slow. But it seems that Unic is about to take down Bombardier again, and at the same time Unic sent more units here, and the Guardsman went down, and this well goes to the Unicorn's name. Dino still can still could have resurrected the Bombardier, but he decided not to do so, and it seems that he decided to stop playing and probably surrender, but actually I'm not sure if it was right. Because look, if he would resurrect the Bombardier and just go back to
As I
his base,
predicted.
he would be saved under the Tower of the Light Magic, and would Unique be even able to break it? I am very doubtful about that, because Dino could have also used the workers to make a wall, and probably that would be a draw. But I believe that the players played in the training, so we don't really have the draw. What we have is the 1 hour automatic end of the game, but only in the ranked games. So the training game would be just go and go forever until someone's phone would be uncharged. But anyways, it looks to me like a good possibility for a draw, which is actually a fun thing to have, because I believe how excited we were back in the StarCraft days about the draw in the tournament games. So probably Unique would be able to break it, or maybe not. Let me know what you think, and you can also see if you guys can apply the Fox Riders just as those players did in the game. I'm not sure if they were even that successful in this game, but that is a nice fresh attempt, I feel, apart from just playing the same things over and over again. So this can make a bit of joy for you to make your strategies just look newer, look fresher. So that's it for me for today. Thank you for watching. My name is Kabi, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.